So if you are on a GLP-1, and this will help you even if you're not, and you're looking for ways to eat better without having to do math, without counting micros and macros and weighing food and all that kind of stuff, then stick around because this video is for you. Welcome back to the channel. This is Pivot Your Way to Health, and I'm Yolanda, and on this channel we talk all things health and wellness for midlife women. And so when I was on my weight loss journey, like when I was in the losing weight phase, trying to count micros and macros and weigh food and track all of that stuff just made the process way heavier for me. It overcomplicated things. And me, I like to be simple. I didn't want to do no math. The only math I was interested in was seeing that number decrease on the scale. And when I was in the weight loss phase of my health transformation journey, I'm in the maintenance phase now. I lost the 82 pounds. I am now working to bulk up, to put on more muscle. Not that I didn't lose a lot of muscle. I just want to add more. But when I was in the weight loss phase, I was not really interested in doing the math, like the counting the micros, counting the macros, tracking this, tracking food, weighing food. That was just too much for me. That overwhelmed me. It gave me too many steps. And when things are like that for me, then I won't do anything. It'll cause me to stop. It'll cause me to pause. And for some people that works, for me, it didn't. And I was never really interested in any of that stuff anyway. Child, I just wanted to not be fat, okay? And so I needed a simple way to do that when it came to my eating. And we know on a GLP-1, it suppresses your appetite. Sometimes you don't know what to eat. Sometimes you don't know when to eat and all of the things. But for me, what helped me was defining how I was going to grocery shop, meaning when I was going to go, what times of day, how often I was going to grocery shop, what I was going to actually buy, having a formula for how I shopped, and also how I prepared my food once I brought it home. I want to give you these simple tips. Listen, this is my process and I'm just sharing it with you. So hopefully it'll help simplify the process for you. So I do have my notes. So let's start with when to grocery shop, because this timing matters more than people realize. And for most people, midweek kind of works better than the weekends. Tuesday or Wednesdays are ideal if you can do it, because by then you're back in your normal routine and you're shopping based on how you're actually going to eat during the week and not how you hope to eat. And sometimes when you shop on the weekends, you're in this playful kind of lackadaisical mood, want to treat yourself and things like that. When you think about shopping on a Tuesday or Wednesday, the stores are usually quieter during the midweek, which makes it easier for you to get in and out with distractions. And then the produce is often fresher because the stores typically restock in the earlier in the week. But if midweek doesn't work for you, the biggest thing to avoid is shopping when you're hungry, when you're tired, or when you're rushed, especially when you're hungry. So you want to make sure that you eat first and go earlier in the day if you can, and then treat grocery shopping like an errand that you want to go, get in, get out, not like an event, like you're going to be in there all day. Now, let's talk about how to move through the store. So the simplest rule, and you've probably heard this before, is to shop the outside of the store first. This is where your produce, your meats, your seafood, your eggs, the dairy, the vegetables, all those things are. That's where the real food is. This is where the live food is. The aisles are mostly processed foods. Now, of course, you want to go down there, and if you're doing jasmine rice or brown rice, of course, that's on the aisle. And now I understand budgets are tight. Most people can't afford organic foods and things like that. You shop what's in your budget. Okay, so if you got to get canned green beans or canned vegetables, you do that. You just make sure that when you take them home, you wash them out. You do not cook it in the liquid that's in the can. You always rinse it out, wash it, and all that kind of stuff. And you may go down a few aisles again, but it shouldn't be intentional. So if you find yourself wandering, then you probably over there buying stuff that you ain't got no business buying. So try to stay out of the aisles and shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Shop for 1 week at a time. Listen, when my kids were younger, I would go to the grocery store. I'm trying to buy stuff in bulk. I'm trying to get as much food as I possibly can, because number one, I had to take them to the grocery store with me. I didn't want to be up in there like that. It was a lot, and I was trying not to make as many trips to the grocery store as I could. That don't work. Number one, you're going to end up buying a whole lot of stuff that you're not going to use. Some stuff is going to go bad, and some of the things you'll eat up like in the first couple of days. Shopping weekly keeps your food fresher. It reduces the waste, and it helps you stay consistent without overthinking it. So you don't need a lot of variety, right? Like you just need enough food to get you through the week. So here's a simple weekly shopping formula that will work well for you if you are on a GLP-1. You can start with 5 vegetables, okay? Just 5. Fresh or frozen, again, whatever is in your budget. Choose the vegetables that you are actually going to eat. Don't go out here getting stuff that you done seen some influencer, somebody made a meal out of, and now you go buy it and it don't taste the same. So if you don't eat Brussels sprouts, don't get no Brussels sprouts. I don't care how pretty they make them look online. Choosing only 5 vegetables will give you enough variety without you feeling overwhelmed or with you getting bored with your food. So you want to start with 5 vegetables. Then you want to add 3 to 5 fruits. Berries are a good option because they're easy, versatile, but you also want to get you some apples, oranges, grapes, or bananas are fine too. But if you're pre-diabetic, you want to stay away, or diabetic, you want to stay away from high sugar fruits. Even natural sugar is not good for you if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic. Too much natural sugar. So that's your bananas, your pineapple, your watermelon, your grapes, and things like that. And the goal is to have the fruit available so you're not reaching for snacks. So you're not reaching for chocolates and candies and things like that when you want something really quickly to eat. The next thing is you want to choose 2 to 3 protein sources. So that could be your chicken, your fish, your lean beef, turkey, eggs, tofu. I don't eat no tofu, or your Greek yogurt. You don't need a whole lot of options, but get the things that you know that you are going to eat. 2 or 3 proteins that you can rotate through the week is enough. And protein is what anchors your meal, especially on a GLP-1. We don't have to go through that because I know that every video, especially on this channel and any other channel, when it talks about weight loss, whether you're on a GLP-1 or not, talks about protein. And then you want to add you 1 or 2 healthy fats. I would say 2. And that's your avocado, your avocados, your nuts, your seeds, olive oil, or cheese, minimal. If you can get you some, vegan cheese. I don't like vegan cheese. It smelled like, the vegan cheese that I had tasted like what gasoline smells like. So I don't do vegan cheese, but I don't really eat cheese like that. 1 to 2 healthy fats, I would say 2. That's your olive oil, avocado, nuts and seeds, and cheese at a minimum. Because you're not building your meals around the fat, but you do want some in your kitchen. Then you want to have you 1 to 2 convenience items. And these are the things that are like your pre-washed greens, your frozen vegetables, a rotisserie chicken that you can go get from like Sam's Club or Costco, or individually portioned yogurts that are already like done that you could just grab and go. So you want to wash your fruits, especially those berries. You want to wash those things right away. So you want to put them in a bowl of water. You want to add like a tablespoon of vinegar and then like a pinch of baking soda. You want to let them sit. I typically let mine sit for like 7 to 10 minutes. Then you want to rinse them thoroughly with some clean water. Once they're dry, you can dry them off. You want to store them in glass containers if you have them. Glass containers are better than the plastic ones. Being able to see your food does make a difference, but also keeping them in the glass containers will help them stay fresher longer. If you let them stay in the plastic bags and stuff that they come in, they are going to go bad faster. So you want to do the same with the vegetables that you need to wash and chop. You don't have to like meal prep your full meals, but light prep can help you remove the friction. So if you buy cherries or grape, like you want to stem them. If you have strawberries, you want to split them and cut the leaves off, like already have them so you can just grab them and go. So if the food is already ready, then you're more likely to eat it versus if you have to do all of that every single time you go get a meal. Like if you got to cut everything up every single time you want to eat, or if you got to go and wash and clean every single time you eat, then you probably not going to, it's going to seem like more of a hazard. People who eat well consistently do that because they set themselves up for success. And these are habits that will carry you not just while you're on your GLP-1 journey, but beyond the shot. And that's what we want. So if eating better, has felt harder than it needs to be, then just try this approach for a couple of weeks. The same timing, same structure, the same formula. Keep it as repeatable and consistent as possible. Let me know in the comments if this helped you, what resonated with you, if you're making changes, if you do this already or not, and how it's helping. If you don't do this right now, or if you don't have a routine, if you plan to incorporate this or some of the steps that I mentioned in this video. So I hope it helps. Be sure to like this video, comment, share it with another midlife woman who is on her GLP-1 journey, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.